Hey guys. Oh, what a morning. What a morning. What a morning. And I have you all lopsided. I'll have you lopsided. There you go. Is that better? Cup of Joe. First drink. I know I have a couple of minutes. I just thought I'd get on a little bit early and kind of get mentally connected to the community here. Because, and two, I need to shake off whatever is around me. Because, yeah, good begets good, evil begets evil, but sometimes evil begets good. Tries to mess up that good. If I'm thinking about that right, which I think I am. Hello, good morning. Hopefully you got your cup of Joe. Gotta sneeze. Got a late start this morning, sorry about that. But you know, life is life, and whenever you try to do good things, you know, the bad things do come and mess that up for you. Making some, Max is making, I don't even know how to pronounce it, chicory, I think that's how you say that. And hey Ellen's butterfly, good to see you. Or, you know, I can see you. Not that way, but I could feel my community all around. And I appreciate you coming. I'm just going to meditate this morning. I'm just waiting for people to come in that would want to come in and meditate. And I'm going off of Sandra Dee's book, Just Sit, since I'm so antsy all the time. And, you know, yeah, I know I did. I know I readied you, butterfly. We came in and all over your channel. We just nectared it all up. Nectared it. Hey, Sugar. Sugar wants to say hi here. Here, Sugar. Get up there and say hi. Look. Look. Say hi. Look. Look. There you go. Say hello. No? You don't know what's going on. Ellen, the butterfly, she said, hey, Sugar. She said, hey, Sugar. See, she's right there. Look, she's right there. See her? See her? She's right there. I'm just playing with you, don't worry. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. So I'm just going to wait another about, let's see, 3 minutes. About another 8 minutes, and then I'm going to meditate, and then I'll hop off, and I'm going to get to the scrub of the day. Got lots for you today. It's going to take me a while to finish that one up today, because there's a lot to say in everyone's channel. Ellen says her kitties are something like what you're doing to me. Oh, I wonder if you could see Ellen there. Can you see Ellen there? Can you feel her here? She's right there. She's right there. No, you can't. Ain't you interested in me? Yeah, I just came home, so she's not into like the feeling. She just wants me. All right, I'm gonna have to get you off of me now, because you smell like doggy, and I don't want to smell like doggy today. Last you thumbs up and speak to you later. Okay, tell Ellen, say bye. Bye, Ellen. Rub my belly. Oh. kicked it. Run to Betty! Sorry, what does the way? Come on, sugar. Get out of here. You're silly. Thank you, Ellen, for stopping by. You have a great day, and don't let anything get to you. Stay beautiful, my sweet. You're my sweet now. Now I know what to call you. My sweet. So I got a diamond, a sweet, and a mother. And I got a Max. And I got a Max. And I got a Chill. And I'm still trying to think of a name for Max here. A little nickname. Because I like to associate people's name, because I have a hard time with names. So I associate names with like items or what have you. TV shows, like I associate people like, you know, like with someone on TV. Cartoons. Just whatever I think of that person reminds me of. And then sometimes I just go ahead and nickname them those names because they just fit. And I like specializing people to my own because I see what I see in them. Maximum Overdrive. Alright, I'll play off of that. But it ain't gonna be Maximum Overdrive because you made that up. See, that's yours. I want a name for you. Like I have my diamond, and I have a spiritual mother, you know, along with my real mother. Look at you trying to name yourself. Not very humble there, are you, Max? I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're going to get started in about 2 minutes. I just wanted to wait the time that I said that I'd be on, and I think that that's in about 2 minutes. Because I got on here at 5 minutes till, I think. And I think I scheduled for 5 minutes after. I'm not even sure anymore. I just came in like a breeze, like a blast, and just do everything, get everything ready. Running late. Got to get it on. Jeff's on. When is he going to be off? Let me think. Go watch Jeff. Hurry up. Click the button. Come on. That was me. I let it get me at the very end until I got to Jeff, and then everything just kind of. See, whenever I'm with you guys, that's what happens. Is that it? And that's, I think I need to be on the community today, or with community. I was going to be Max Power, but couldn't find a hairdryer emoji. Emojis. It likes fucking reality. Oh, sorry. If you get the references from The Simpsons. Max Power, The Simpsons, I can't remember. There were so many Simpsons. The Simpsons did it, man. No matter what you did, The Simpsons did it. So, gosh, Max Power. It's been a long time since I sat down and watched actual TV. I mean, that other day, you know, I was just on for background because I wanted to face the fear of being brainwashed and programmed. But I wasn't going to look at it. I just wanted the frequency. Because I don't think the TV is good for you at all because of the pixels and the vibrations. The vibrations, especially in the sound, that's one thing I wanted to experience, and I wanted to see if I could hear the ringing louder out here with the TV on. And sure enough, yeah. So there is a frequency in the TV. From what I was reading about vibrations is that you don't need to hear it. Like if you're deaf, you can still hear a frequency that will affect your brain. So, yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from that. Homer renamed himself Max Power when asked where he got the name. He said he saw it on a hairdryer. I don't remember. God, that seems like so long ago too. You made me remember back. Max, that's a trip. Whenever you remember back and you try to remember certain things, and it seems like it was like forever ago. I mean, really, it seems like it was forever. I can't remember it for the life of me. I can hardly remember any of The Simpsons. Now, I'm sure if I sat down and like it came on, and I'd be like, oh, okay. But I was always like that a little. But this is like really bad because I can't even remember hardly any of The Simpsons. Which I think might be a good thing now that that's processed in my head, because if you think about that, maybe it's deprogramming myself. You know, so it's kind of like erasing what I've seen so that I can start fresh. Naturally, like, you know, like my body's purging on its own. It's not sleeping on its own. It's doing its own thing. And I just kind of follow its own thing. Frequencies can affect disease too. Really, really, I didn't know that. I knew that it can cause diseases within the organs because of the vibration. Like if you put a certain vibration on an organ, you can make it run differently. You can try a frequency generator or on your phone. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know anything about it. If it's free, if it costs money, I can't afford nothing right now. I am dead broke, and it's going to be that way for quite a while. Because things just presented itself in my way and what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to turn you, actually, this is what we're going to do. Because I got that light and it's shining on the screen here, and I don't want to blind you while you're trying to meditate. So we'll keep it nice and dim. Okay, here we go. Now Sandra says, breathe in, breathe out, concentrate on those breaths, knock away. I have no fear either, but then I'm starting to think that I'm going to have to do something for today, and that's maybe stick with my community, stick with the power of the people, because, you know, the good is trying to affect, or the bad is trying to affect good here. So, you know how it is. It always tries to stop a good person from doing a good deed. Really got programmed in the beginning, never really got programmed in the beginning. I did. I was a TV watcher, man. I watched from the time I was little. All right, here we go, guys. Sorry, Max, I'm going to have to ignore you for about 3 minutes. We're going to do it for 3 minutes. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. And concentrate on those breaths, on those... she didn't want you to take deep breaths right now, so maybe 2-3 seconds tops on in and out. And I think I got 3 more days of this, but I'll stand back if anybody else is here and meditating and isn't caught up to the week, to where we proceed into the second week. So, yeah, just get on that live chat, or you can just comment me on the video. Just take the video. I know some of you don't know how to work this stuff. So if you're on live right now with me on stream, you can hit the chat live button, and it'll come up to where you can talk to me. If you're outside, you know, like coming in and you're watching the live stream, you didn't catch it in time and you're just watching it, you can scroll all the way down on your phone, all the way down to the bottom, and there's comments down there, and there's a place where there's like a little cursor that's blinking on it, and it's blinking, and you just click on that, and then you just type, and then I'll leave a comment, and there's like a little green button that you got to press on the side that sends that message, that chat, that message on into the video, and labels it on the video so that I can see that. Okay, we'll get started. Ready? Been waiting for this. And what time? 14:50. Ready. We're gonna call it at 15, okay, peep? Relax. Okay. Namaste. Well, that was a pretty good inner timer. I think that the inner timer really works best whenever you're unconscious and you're like meditating. Because during the day, I cannot tell the time for crud. Man, time just feels like it's going so fast to me, but yet so slow at the same time. It's kind of surreal. Kind of like this whole thing is surreal. The whole thing is surreal to me. And it sets you back and it displaces you, and you need to meditate. This is important that you meditate. That's what I was just contemplating, that how good it feels to just stop and get that timer back. I mean, I had it this morning. I always have it whenever I sleep, and I always have it whenever I'm meditating, but never during the day. And, I think that's what I'm going to try to achieve, is how to get that during the day. And I think that's going to get me to a place where I need to be. At least that's what I feel. And that's what this is all about, is feeling your way through what works for you. But this right here, this just sit, this is an introduction. It's to make you make that commitment. It's to push you into it. And that's what was going on with me, is I needed to be pushed into it, because man, that time just goes so fast there out there. And you just need to sit back and contemplate on what's going on. Because if you don't, and you make mistakes along the way, I got some really heavy, important stuff going on right now that needs that contemplation, that needs that time. And I hope that you're getting that time and that you're not cheating yourself of that time. It's really important that you do meditate every day, twice a day, if not at least once a day. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. You got to get that bad bacteria out of your mouth. All those filthy words just clog it up. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think that your soul has that as well, and you need to clean it out, kind of like vinegar with, dirt, you know, yeah, vinegar with odor. You gotta clean, clean. You gotta stay clean. Okay, I don't know if you guys want me to sit here and chat. I can do that. The people who just watch the video, they can just shut it off at this point, unless they would like to watch, because I always come up with something, throughout my day to life that, that's always valuable. And I think that's the reason why people come back to watch every now and again, is because I do come up with some weird stuff that may help in your quest to finding what you need. Like, like with the whole dancing thing that I did, that video that I took down. And for the people that didn't see that, I'm sorry, but there was some kind of instruction in there that, where you just don't want to display that kind of instruction. It seemed like it was an instructional video, and I'm not an instructor at all, by all means, so I took it down because of that. But it just detailed, like, me turning on the vibrations, the meditation vibration, and I didn't know it at the time, because I know none of this stuff. I'm new. It's called Tai Chi, and it's where you exert power through your inner core and through your body and through yourself, and heal yourself and heal others. Yeah, there are many different forms of meditation, and that's what I've been displaying on my channel, is different things, just like a variety and if I think of something off the wall and batty, that I don't see a lot of videos, like I'm scrolling trying to find videos about it, and if I don't see them within our community, then I'll just do it myself, because I don't want to go outside of this community for nothing. I don't trust it. I don't think we should trust it. I really don't think we should trust it. There's a frequency that's out there that people are using, and I've seen it in other videos with other people on the outside of this community, where they've been touched by, and they do things. And I don't even think they know that they're doing them. I don't even think they know, what's going on, but it's there. And that is more like the energy, and whenever you go into that corrupt energy, you get corrupted yourself, whether you touch it just for 1 second. So like I just go and I peek in on people, even that corrupts. Hey, and yeah, but that corrupts as well. So I don't think that we should be outside of our channels, myself. I think that we should stick with our community and delve within. So anything that I don't see, that I'm not seeing, that I'll make myself until I find somebody, or do myself until I find somebody to instruct me, like the Tai Chi, because I know it will come, because I put it out there and I'm meditating, I'm doing my stuff, and I'm trusting in this, like full-hearted trusting. People can call me crazy, nuts, wacko, and I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking that they're nuts and they're crazy and they're wacko for not doing it. I mean, dang, you're going to sit here and use your power and just meditate and just think of the things that you need in order to survive this world, this corrupt little world, set me free from all the frequencies. Anything I watch during the day, anything I hear during the day is deleted as of this point. And I say those things to myself. If I missed it, and if this is what the writing I think is about, and what I'm doing, because you're supposed to keep the notebook along with this meditation, and you write down what you did and didn't experience. So if you didn't experience something and you want to, I think that that's what that means, is to write it down, because you want to experience that. And you got to make that happen, so you write it down and you refer to your notes every day before you meditate. That way you can see what you were doing and what you were thinking. And I think I'm on to something here. Even though I didn't get into any further in Sandra's videos yet, I'm taking it one step at a time. No, it doesn't corrupt you just looking at what people are doing. Okay, I do it all the time. Yeah, but like I said, there's a frequency. Whenever you're fresh to the game and you don't have any protection, you don't have any money for any protection, you can't go out and buy no crystals. You can't, only thing you got is yourself, your words, your voice, your thoughts. That's all you have. And that's all you're ever going to have. All these crystals mean nothing to me, really. Because all I have is myself. That's all I'm ever going to have. That's all I'm ever going to need in my life. So I try to find things that cleanse myself from those kind of corruptions, because they do nail in sometimes. If you're weak in the head anywhere, like we all are whenever we're first starting this, we all have our weak points. And if it touches that little weak point, then we need to shake it off, Kind of like the programming in TV. What I was saying about The Simpsons and how I don't remember it is because my body naturally did that. And I'm hoping it naturally does those things whenever I'm meditating. And I think that's the power in meditation. That's where the power lies, is the cleansing and the expansion of your will and what you want, and the power of love of what you want. The goodness overrides the badness always, and it like pushes it away. And I think that that's where it's at. I learned the skills of a salesman when I was young, so no programming, no sales tactic works on me. I've seen behind the veil. Well, I'm sure, but there are frequencies, and that's what I'm trying to say. The frequencies that, so like before, whenever I used to drown out the frequencies, the ringing, it was so loud. There were so many rings. Like, I can hear them now, but it's not as bad as it used to be. But before I woke up, there was so many, like, rings in my, kind of like, I don't think I have that. I just think that it's the electrons off of the TV, electrons in the air. It's like different frequencies from different things. And there's a different frequency whenever you're watching something that has noise to it, and there's like a background frequency to it. And I think that background frequency is generated from somebody's power. So like whenever somebody's doing a video and it gets to you and you feel inspired and you feel the need to, agree with what they're saying because it's true to you, there's a power in that corrupts you, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Yeah, that's right. Your own confidence is all you need, and the knowledge that not everything people say is true. Certainly, certainly. But I do like this meditation because it does, uh, people are looking for a way for the ringing in their, and I think that meditation is where that would be at, because it's starting to dim that, like I'm hearing the um, electric frequency right now from all the electric, because I know the difference between that one, because it's always there, always, it never stops, and it's like really, really loud. But that one is the only one I'm hearing right now, which is like really good. I mean, 3 minutes of meditation, and that's what I get. So I like it. I think it's good. I think it helps with that as well as all I'm saying. Um, and it's not that I don't agree with you, Max. I don't think that anybody can control or mind control you after you've been woken up, but there are frequencies that can, like, it's kind of like a mosquito. That's the best way I can explain it. And it like itches, and you're like itching. Oh, I'm not even repeating that one. Mm-mm. I was just talking to someone about her yesterday and about Hollyweird, and yeah, and how corrupt that is and all that. But we won't get on that subject. We're here for. I don't know who's all here. I think my thing is all wonky because all electronics around me are wonky today. Um, and no, they're not. And no, they're not. I just changed my mind. Flip. There are frequencies traveling through the air, traveling through the ground. They're everywhere. Oh, yeah. I can tell the earth frequency. There is earth frequency. I can hear that. Oh, it's not really a hear. The earth frequency is not a hear. It's more like a inner, like, vibration. You can almost hear it. You can almost taste it. You can almost see it in a way, like within the, I don't know, within the layers around you, within your third eye. Um, yeah, I think that the frequencies are interesting. I really do. I think that it's devastatingly awesome that they had gotten technology to be able to control someone even if they're deaf through the vibration sounds. That trips me out, even if they're deaf. So they figured out a way to get to that penal, and I would think, the essence, the core of somebody. What Josh on Leak's project was saying last night, Max. Uh, the whole thing. Yeah. I'm like him, man. I'll go into like this tangent of thought, and it's really intellectual, and I won't even know where it's coming from. Like I'm trying to describe an intellectual thought that is too big for me to even try to understand, but yet I'm trying to understand it. I'm like a little girl trying to understand her dad doing something major, and trying to explain it. And I go off to like this thought. I seen him doing it too, where he kept going off because his mind was going like a million miles a minute, and he was trying to catch up with that one thought before he lost it. It's like, oh, wait a minute, and then you lose where you're at, and you're like, what was I talking about? I got lost. I came back, and now I lost where I was. I caught it. Now where I was at. That's the funny thing about it. I try to laugh at those moments because, man, they're hilarious. Because you're just like, you're on video, and you're like, What was I saying? I seen our diamond do that last night. Analytic. She did that too. She was like, what was I saying? And I think we're all like that. We're all just like too fast for our thoughts and too big for our britches here. And we're all trying to fit in them. Are you bored, Max? I was hoping that somebody else would come on. Somebody who's been watching and who's been trying to get on chat, but they're having a bit of trouble every time they get on chat, and I need to let them know that they can refresh. So if you're having trouble with chat, just get out of the video and go, like, completely shut out of it and go back into the video, and that will refresh the video to where chat may be wonky at that moment that you're trying to go into it. Plus, too, there are frequencies that are messing us up from communicating with one another. Yeah, they were saying that they upped the hertz with the 5G. Is that what you're talking about with the, what is that, 10,000 hertz? Max, is that what, is that, because Max wrote, we hear from about 70 hertz to about 10,000 hertz throughout what I'm hearing right now, all these um, ringtones in my head that people call tinnitus, and I don't believe in that. I think that it's frequencies that people are hearing, and they get too loud for people because it's shouting at them that you're doing things wrong. That's to one person out there that I love and very much care about. Frequency generators on Play Store free. Cool. Thank you. I don't know what to call this stuff, Max. You know, just like somebody was talking yesterday, and I try to chat on the chat stream, but sometimes people just don't see what the questions that you have. And I think this is an important question for me, like the species within. Whoa, that wasn't my voice there. So apparently, we all need to hear this. The species within the beings. Like, that's confusing to me because I never heard that and I'm new to all this. Max, if you can enlighten us, if you know anything of this, the beings like the indigos, I heard the word indigo, and I can't remember the other ones that I heard. Hello, whoever stepped in. We meditated already. I could meditate again for you if you wanted. But we're just chatting right now about, Max here, I think he's kind of a little bit bored and wants to talk a little bit about, things, especially frequencies. We're on frequencies within the TV and what we're hearing in the world around us, and how loud it is, and how meditation really helps. And I think that is the power within meditation, is the key to that is to stop these frequencies, because I'm noticing that whenever I've been on this meditation commitment now for 2 days, and the frequency has lessened, I can feel the earth and like all the vibrations of nature in that, but I can still hear pretty loud the electrical, but all the other ones kind of drifted a little bit behind the scenes. So it is working, it is pushing. The power of love is kind of like expanding around me, and hopefully with the power of 3 here, you guys, I'm having a really bad day with doing good things and bad getting in the way of the good to mess that up. So if you guys can spare a little bit of thought, and, like right this moment, I appreciate it. Thank you. See, I tried to get Jeff and I couldn't do it. My phone wouldn't let me. I appreciate this, guys. I'm so glad you stopped in whenever you did. Thank you. And the power that be and what it can be. Yeah, so I was speaking earlier about meditation as well, and I do appreciate that help. Thank you so much, because I needed help. I mean, I know that you can have power within yourself, but sometimes it just there's a lot going on, guys, a lot, and sometimes it just weighs, and there's not enough. There's just not enough, and I appreciate your help with building me up again there, because and feeling that unity with you guys, because the power of three, the unity of thought with, and the unity between three people there really helps. I think self-control is key to all development. Control your emotional and spiritual self, and frequencies fade away. True as that. True as that. Wow, Max, that was something. You guys just witnessed what happens whenever you need it. There is just me and Max now. Those people stepped in. 2 people, mind you. I needed the power of 3 people. Not just myself. 3 people. And I already knew this. That's why I wanted to stick around, Max, is because I needed the power of 3. And I was hoping that it would come. And I'm not going to ask for it, because it's, I already did throughout my meditation, because my no already knows what I need. So it just automatically, asks for it itself. And yeah, Max, that was, wow. That just like automatic. How many minutes was that? Like 30 minutes? Yeah. It only took 30 minutes to get help. And I didn't even know that I needed it really until I sat down and meditated. And I got done and I was thinking about my thoughts and what I was going to write down, like what I was feeling, what I was experiencing throughout that, and trying to gather that while I'm talking at the same time. And yeah, that was one of the things I thought that I would need is help, with doing that. And I was thinking of ways that I can do that. And I was thinking of the power of 3, how I keep hearing that. And maybe if I can get the power of 3, and there's 3 of you on there, and then there's me, yeah. Isn't that something? So there you go, guys. How it works. Broadcasted live. So Max, if you know somebody who's deaf, and you may want to send him over this way. Because I just started meditating and everything's just kind of like falling into where it needs to fall into. Even though there's, things that are going on, heavy stuff that's going on, you still got to live and you still got to function throughout that. And this really does help. And the no is here. It is real. You just seen it live here on your community network at Nunya's. Synchronicities. Did I say that? Yeah, synchronicities. Oh, bad knees. All right. Is there any other subjects, Max, that you'd like to talk about, to share with anybody, any newcomers coming in? Because I picked out a lot of newcomers yesterday and the day before, people that I haven't seen out there yet on Jeff's channel, and you know, and I mean, some of them people that I missed, you know, and that I didn't get to yet, you know, because I haven't seen them, or you know, something like that. You got any knowledge, Max, that you want to talk about? That we talk about, all of us. Well, me and you right now, because we're the only ones here. 5D. Okay, I don't know anything about that. That's a good one. Come on, sugar, now. I'm good. I got to save content for my shop. I didn't mean like that. I didn't mean like that. I wasn't trying to steal your show. I swear God, I wasn't. I'm not in this for stealing any. I'm actually here to direct people to you folks. That's why I'm here. So, hey, Chris Mason, how are you? Let's see, Chris. Yeah, you're a new one that I plucked out yesterday. I seen you and I felt the power in you, and I felt that we were a blonde together. So I plucked you out and brought you here. Welcome to our community channel here. My name is Nunya. I'm the host of the channel, and hopefully I'm gonna get this thing. I'm gonna get this thing up and running very, very soon. I'm on my way to a center today to get tech help, to get a computer, to get all I need to be able to make this channel a success, so that I'm able to direct people like you, Chris Mason, to people like Max who do remote viewings, to people like Mother Nature and Analytical Mystic, our little diamond girl, and my mother and my diamond. I haven't made up a nickname for Max yet. I think Max is his nickname, really. I mean, how much more can I get than Max? I mean, it's a cool nickname. I think that's what I'm going to stick with you, Max, because I mean, it's just natural. I mean, it was like a natural thing whenever I first, talked with you on chat. Was Max. It was the first thing I called you, and I felt comfortable with that. So I think I'm going to stick with that. Haven't thought of one for you, Chris Mason, yet, but I will. But yeah, this channel is basically to help direct you to people who are dabbling in their powers, and people like pilot cleansing, and to get a funny people, just creations, a lot of creations going on out there, and we're here to help inspire you to show us your creation, maybe on YouTube, and pull together in this unity. Now I know that they have the Discord right now with chatting, but chatting's not creating. You need to be out there creating. So don't spend all your time on that Discord, chatting it up about, this, that, and the other. You want to get out there and explore, like I think I'm going to read the Dao De Ching on this channel. I think I think I'm going to head this towards narrating a book myself, and creating and being a narrator. So I have ideas for my own channel to create, or for our own channel, so that I can create something like everyone else is creating something. That way I'm not feeling left out in the background here, like introducing everybody to this person and that person, because I have no power yet. I mean, I do, but I don't want to use it until I had meditated fully and kind of centered everything, and everything's going all right. So let me get to your comments now that I ranted my little rant. Glad to hear you're doing good. I'm on SSI in Georgia. Yeah, I should be there on SSI myself. I work for a temporary agency in order to be able to work around my disability, because I can't handle a full-time job, like full-time, because I'll get fired, because if my back goes out and I can't move, and I have to take off. So I work for a temporary agency that works that day, gets paid that day, so that I'm able to, pick and choose what I want, what days I want, and what days I don't. Idea for you. They're people ready. They're called people ready, and they're all over. I think there is one there in Georgia, and I think that with SSI you can work part time, and they do have some jobs, like at casinos and stuff, and lighthearted jobs, light duty jobs. You just got to be careful, and make sure that you talk to the people down at People Ready and communicate that you have an injury and that you don't want to get anything that's too hard for that, which they do give it out, and it does tell you on what kind of job it is. So that may be an idea for you, Chris Mason, if you haven't already done that. Sky Shift Color Spectrum. Did I miss something? Got vision. The rest of the world is wearing. Yeah, I did miss something. It jumped down to the bottom. Okay, Chris is now calling Max Maxinator, so that's his nickname for Max. Fifth dimension Chris, is that an earth shift or a personal shift? And Chris says, I got vision. The rest of the world is wearing bifocals. Yes, Chris says. And Max is laughing out loud about that one. Chris says, Sky Shift, color spectrum, vibrations, cool, like your rant. Oh, he likes my rant. I hope I haven't seen, I had already made this mistake with Johan. I think that Johan is a girl. And I was thinking, but I think I was picking up her son, to be quite honest with you. And mothers do have a great connection with their sons, so I think that's what I was picking, because I was picking up a young guy, that I was talking to. So, so I hope I have that right. I hope that you're a guy. I can't really tell by the picture next to it because of the short hair. We have, what's FLETC? I'm like new at all this stuff. Even TV, I don't even watch TV anymore. And everything that I remember is now faded from this process. Nothing like the love of a mother and her son. Yeah, there isn't. I'm still trying to figure out what FLETC, flight, legal, I don't know. Lots of space, force, longevity. I don't know. Tourism, really nice. Tourism, where tourism, did it jump again? No, okay. I don't know where that came from. Tourism is really nice. Nothing like the love of a mother. I just read that one. Federal law reinforces training. What? What? Federal law. I can't even, there's a little blue thing in my way here. I can't see it. Okay, Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. Oh. I'm still trying to figure out how that ties into space. Or vibrations. Sorry, I'm lost. I'm lost in the conversation, I guess. Here. I don't think I missed anything. Maybe I'm just not getting what you're trying to say. I'm sorry. My mind, I apologize to all you newcomers. I had to take down my first video that explained everything that I was going through, but there's a lot of thought that's running in through my head, so my mind is going like a million miles a minute, so it's really hard to stop and concentrate. And that's why I'm making a commitment to these meditation, is because it's important to stop, because you can make mistakes, within that process if you don't stop and think. Like I'm going through some really heavy things right now, Chris, that contain a lot of concentration and a lot of going the right way path. I mean, I can't go down a wrong way on this, I can't. There is no going down the wrong way. There is no mistakes in this. I got to make the right choices in this matter. Otherwise, it will have a devastating effect on everything around me, the core of everything around me. So I have to make some pretty deep and honest and uh, real decisions and answers, and meditation helps with it's like I was explaining earlier with the thought of how outside of this bubble here that I created, this little darkness of meditation, the whole world just seems to fly by, at a million miles a minute on the outside as well. So an hour seems like it's been like 3 days to me. A week seems like it's been like a full year, 2 years, 3 years. It feels like it was so long ago. And these thoughts, they just go so fast. And whenever I'm meditating, I notice these past 2 days that it seems to like my inner time clock works very well whenever I'm unconscious. And now I notice that it works very well whenever I'm meditating, and not on the outside world anymore, because my thoughts are doing this, and it seems like the world is going so fast, and then I'm ahead of myself, that my body is like behind itself still, to like I'm still unsettled. It's been 2 weeks now, and I still feel unsettled, like my soul needs to come down, and I need to be able to walk with my soul and not have it be ahead of me, because it wants to be ahead of me because my thoughts are going so fast. Meditation brings it to you, and it gets you centered, and it fixes that time clock, and it will resonate probably. And I think that that's where you're going with this, is to meditate so that you can come down and land on your feet and walk with your soul, with that knowledge that it's going with, that it's taken off. It's trying to get away from you to get to that knowledge, and that's what it's doing. So if you can just sit down and meditate and have it come down, then you can go with it. Until then, it's not going to happen, because you're going to be like this the entire time, like this. You can't see that. Instead of like this, running in that smooth little path like a little fishy. So come join me for meditation. I'm doing it week by week. There's a book, it's called Just Sit, that Sandra has. So I'm making this commitment, and I'm willing to wait for newcomers, because there's week processes that you do. So I can do the 2 days over again, and just do some extra meditation off to the side myself, and then take it by week, and wait for you, Chris, if you're having trouble with meditating and with getting a schedule in. I can wait for you to get caught up with me. I understand we're coming down from the clouds, sometimes getting pulled down. Yeah. And you get pulled down hard. You slam sometimes with this. That's the unstable part right there. And I think that's why we should be meditating, is so we don't slam, and so we don't keep doing this, and trying to keep up with ourselves, because instead of going like this in that smooth little thing, we're going like this. Because our thoughts are going, in different directions, and we need to stop those from going everywhere, and pull them together so that everything's in sync and everything's just swimming together instead of everywhere else. Good, good, good. Well, that's why I'm doing this, is because I was having trouble with meditating, and, being able to sit down. Before this, I used to wear headphones all the time to drown out the frequencies, so I wouldn't hear them, because they would just drive me nuts. If I sat there in silence, it would put me in a mental institution, because it's kind of like you see one of those people where they're going like this, and they're going, get out, and they're hitting their head. That's what it's like hearing these frequencies like that, just in case people don't know. But I used to listen to narrated ghost stories all the time. Like any chance, even at work, I put in that one earplug, because if there was any kind of silence, man, it was so loud that, man, to concentrate, to do anything, would just be a big chore, like it was almost like having like autism in a way. That's the best way I can describe it, you know, on how it sets your mind, you know, away from your what you're doing whenever you hear these frequencies. So I used to put in earplugs all the time. So it was very hard for me to sit down. I was very scared of it, sitting down and quiet. How do I do that? You know, I've been avoiding it my whole life, trying not to hear these frequencies. And now that I've been doing it, I'm starting to notice that, you know, these frequencies are getting lower in just the 2 days I've been doing it. So it's doing something. And I saw your puppy video. Chris has a puppy video. Yeah, you're going to be on my scrub of the day, Chris. You're going to be on the scrub of the day today, whenever I go inside and I fix it up. But there's a lot of important information. And there's the lady I have been hoping to see. Hope you got my messages and know my thoughts are with you. Relax and meditate and clear your mind, and all the answers will come to you, love. Thank you. Thank you, Mother Bear. Thank you. Welcome, June. June's new. She just feels comfortable with me right now. I don't think she's going to be going to any other stations as of the moment until she gets familiar with everyone. But Max says, hey, June, how are you? With the 2 fingers. And Chris says, lots of laughs. Thanks for watching my huge channel. I don't know if it's huge. I went and I just subscribed because I was watching Analytic yesterday, and I seen you on there, and I plucked you. I just pressed the button because I knew. I really didn't, you know, need to see your videos. I already knew that you were one of us, so I plucked you and brought you here. That way you can help other people if you're knowledgeable about certain things within your channel. And I'll be highlighting that in my scrub of the day. And we'll be directing people to you that need help, like Junebug here. The little Junebug. That's what I'm going to call her. The little Junebug. Maybe one day she'll come over and visit you, Chris. See what you got going on. And maybe what you have is what she needs. And that's what this channel is all about, is to diverse people into where they might get some information that they might need. Cool highlights of green spheres. What is it? 5D? Oh, you mean this light? It's just a little, like dance club thing. Hello, my pets. Now, let me tell you what I see. I see great things for you today, my pets. My pets, my pets. Things are gonna go your way. Know that they will go your way. You know I had to be funny about that, Max. You know I did. I'm sorry I didn't mean to cough in your ear. Hope you are getting all my thoughts. And Henry says hello. Henry! Little Henry. I got some for you, Henry. You want to see Henry? Get out of the way, sugar. Get me, little Henry. Get you, Henry. I gave you kisses. Did you film it yourself, Chris? Oh, okay. You guys are talking to one another. I see. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Hey, but it made my show fun. If I did answer that wrong, and I did, if I did answer it and I wasn't supposed to be answering the 5D question. Henry said hello. Love you. I love you, Henry. I hope you're having fun. And I hope you're not climbing on things. Love and light is the need. Chris is saying, all you need is love. All you need is love. A freaky spinning light. And Max says, oh no, I'm totally hypnotized things. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with me with singing. It's like in me now. Oh no, I'm totally hypnotized. Things are going to go my way. Yeah, I thought I was videoing, but only took pics. There has been, Chris, there has been so many things. You know, I never chatted with hardly anyone. It was only until I started seeing things like the Vatican and the way it looked on the Outer Light channel, and I started commenting on the Outer Light channel, and I didn't really know what I was doing, and people, you know, were talking about this like you was talking about 5D, and I didn't know if you were talking to Max or talking to me. Yeah, that was happening in those chats, and so I didn't really chat much, you know. I just say like a little thing like, hey, I agree with you, keep up the good work, thanks for letting us know these things, you know, stuff like that. And I didn't really go into the chat and chat with people, you know, because I couldn't keep up with it. And I used to watch YouTube. I do watch YouTube. I've been watching YouTube for about 2.5, 3 years now only. I got off the TV, and I've never really even thought about doing my own. I thought it'd be neat to do a YouTube channel. Don't get me wrong. You know, I've thought about YouTube channeling, you know, like anyone, you know, who has ideas and who wants to announce those ideas. They think about things like that. But to actually do it, no, I didn't really think that I'd ever do this in a million years, especially right now, because I have no idea of none of this technology, none of this stuff like buffering and down to the chatting even. And I mean, you talk about fresh, brand new to the tech world, fresh brand. I mean, I did a computer class, you know, I was a computer programmer. I graduated in 97 for that. And, you know, I didn't see anything in it for me because, you know, you had to keep learning and, you know. Chris says, in the meantime of me yapping, yeah, I thought I was, Vatican gives me bad vibes. Go take a look at the Vatican Audience Hall pictures. Tell me what that looks like to you. Like the outside and the inside and where he sits and what's behind him, where he sits, and tell me if that doesn't wake you up. That woke me up, that's for sure, on what I was being taught. Right there, that's all I needed, really, to wake me up. And then it took me a little while to accept that I was being lied to about so many things, but then, you know, you just got to keep burning yourself to get the knock. So I went back to Jeff, and now I'm here. And I did this, and I don't know anything about this. So you talk about two whammies of not knowing nothing from that end and that end. You know, I'm there. And thank goodness for people like Max and Chill and Mother Nature and Analytic, because, you know, they all go through these things within their videos, and I watch those videos and I see their problems. Like Analytic just had that problem yesterday with being able to take one of these links and link it on over to these chats. So now I know how to do that. You know, just by off of that, Control D does that. So now I know that. So whenever I need to do that, then I can do that. And that's how I learn. That's how I learn this stuff. I just jump in and just do it. And Chris says agreed to go and see the Vatican if you know of somebody. Just nonchalantly. This is what I do to people, man. I bring at work. I'll bring up and I'll just sit there and I'll look at these Vatican pictures of the way it looks, and then I'll make sure somebody's watching me. You know how people like to look at your phone to see what you're doing? Yeah. Then they'll see it for themselves of what I'm looking at, you know, and that's like a little subtle seed right there. So have you planted your seed today? Have you? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Have you planted your seed? Where are you at? Which camera is it? I always forget. I always forget which camera. I don't even care anymore. But all religious and political systems are corrupt. Totally agree, Max. We are being so duped, and we are being led down to feed pretty soon. So everybody get ready to hold on to your britches, because this is it. Mama, father, brothers, sisters, everybody's feeling it on here that this is coming to an end and that we're all going to have to face what we're supposed to be fighting against. I liked what's his name's theory about that. Who was I watching? I think it was Leak Project. They were talking about how somebody's privacy from this point forward, anyone who is born. Now think about the golf. It's now full, right? Or is now empty. Or however they say that. Just think about that. Okay, so you have society here living, and you have a start of a new technology that can take away somebody's privacy, somebody's very essence, you know? And if you think about that, isn't that what we're all looking at as far as that thing that's going to happen? Like if you take somebody's privacy and you squash what they're supposed to become, what they're supposed to create, what they're supposed to be, and you set them on that path, oh, well, you're going to be a construction worker, and that's where we have you at, and you can't learn this, and you can't learn that truth, you can't know that, and you can't know that, and you're guided down this society like cattle, okay? You're going to lose your essence of yourself. Now, isn't that the loss of soul? And isn't that what it is describing? Could that be what they're talking about? I mean, really, whenever they say at the end of days and the loss of souls, and you're going to have to decide on what side you're going to be on, you know, which side are you going to be on, you know? Are you going to let them take your essence and everything? Or are you going to, or are you going to stand tall like the Indian and die with your dignity, with your creativity, with yourself? I mean, you got to make the choice, you know, to do that. And I think that that's the choice. I think it's a good possibility of what's to come. Like that would be the normal choice. Like what is real? Because I'm trying to I don't want to think about all this as magic and power and, you know, unicorns and butterflies and spaceships and blah, blah, blah. I want to keep it at a reality level here for a moment, you know, and think about what makes sense, you know, like in reality. Okay, let me stop and look at these comments. Chris says, lies, lies, lies. Certainly. Michael Donnelly, hi. Glad you're here. I was just doing a meditation earlier, and this just kind of like turned into its own little thing here. I guess everybody has something to say today. Like Max has had some things to say about frequency, and Chris wanted to talk a little bit about the Vatican, really. I think their altars to other gods underneath the Vatican. Really, I didn't know that. I'm just looking at the pictures that they display. I mean, the pictures that they display is a picture of a snake's head to me. And the tongue within the mouth of that snake, where the Vatican Pope sits, the Pope himself sits, and everybody is looking at him with the tongue behind him of the bad itself, of them. It's them. What he's sitting in front of is them. All of them. Together. They're united too. Take a look at the statue. You'll see what I'm talking about. They're all united too in one. So, and I just need a moment so I can send my good vibes out there to all that is caught up in this ugliness. Okay. Yeah, I hope that all is well out there. So I think something's going on. Something just vibrated. um, I'm new here. We met last night during Rex's live chat. Yeah, I came. I think I plucked you out too, Michael. I was plucking people out because I want more people over here in the unity of where we're at. I know that they have a Discord for chatting, but people around here in the YouTube land, they like to create things and show these things, and it's important that we do that because that's where it's at. That's where our power lies, is creating and what we're doing. Like with myself, I'm trying to learn uh, like what we're being told about. Like right now, I'm on the Tao Te Ching. It's a technique for, it's a way to live for Tai Chi, and I found it in my own library in my house. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to read it, but I'm going to bring you guys along, and I'm going to read it and be a narrator, you know. And that's something that I really enjoy doing, is reading stories. So that can be my creativity to the channel, instead of just, sending you guys over to Max here, who does remote viewings, and Mother Nature, and everyone else, who does tarot card readings, and mediums, and gamers, and artists, and there's just different kinds of therapies that you can use to get through this. And like this channel, I'm trying to make it all about what I'm doing. I'm new at this too, and I don't hardly know any of this, and now to sit down and meditate is kind of like a chore for me, because I'm afraid to stop and think, and I'm realizing now, with 2 days into meditation, that all these thoughts that I'm having, or all these frequencies that I'm hearing for the ring, that I've been trying to avoid the silence from, the meditation actually helps with that, which is really unique. So there is something to the meditation. So if you wanted to come back, Michael, I'm doing meditation. I just started myself. I'm on my 3rd day now, but I'm more than happy to wait for you to catch up to me. We're going by 3 minutes per day right now, starting off easy, and then we're going to build it all the way up to 20 minutes, and there's steps involved in that. So please do feel free to just take a start today on meditating if you haven't. And Michael Donnelly says, I hate when people phone peep. I hate when people phone peep. I don't understand. I hate when people phone. Oh, beeps. Yeah, mine did that. I forgot to turn while I was meditating, but actually it worked out because I was at my 3 minutes. So again, a live stream of how that works, you know what I mean? Like, you can see the power working. The Vatican is mostly what we were taught, but I don't think about it all the time. Not sure. Well, Junebug, if you're curious about what our Bible is actually saying, I would highly suggest that if you want to figure it out for yourself, you can go to the Bible Hub and get the Bible Hub app, and I'll be more than happy to show you how to use that. And for all you others, because I'm close to Junebug here, so I'm able to see her. But for all you other ones, go to Jeff, see how he works that. He uses Bible Hub, and he looks it up in the Greek and the interlinear interlinear language where it was translated from, and he takes that and he reads it from that. It's kind of confusing because the sentences are kind of like misplaced in there, but you can pretty much decipher for yourself on what it's trying to say, the reality of what it's trying to say. I found most things, Max says, I found most things I was taught when I was young were disruptive. are deceptive and just outright lies, whether it's government or church. Yep. Yeah, I kind of knew growing up myself, just had that instinct that just take it with a grain of salt kind of mentality. Get my candy and go unscathed as much as possible. And that's my thought, I think, whenever I was younger. Chris says, I've been hacked by Indians. No, Chris, the Indians have been hacked by us. Think about that. Yep, Michael Donnelly says, then toil your whole life. You're right. June says, I think we are all searching for the right theory and answers in fear of the end. No, there is no fear, we all here know, Junebug, on what's going to happen. We all feel it within our core being of what's to be. We don't know how it's going to happen, but we know it's going to happen. Some of us here do know how it's going to happen on this channel, at least their theory on the way it's going to happen, in their world, the way it's going to happen. Some of us here think that there's different, like we're all living like different lives, but the same lives. Like we're all experiencing the same thing, but in different ways. So like with the Mandela effect, some people are looking at the Mandela effect and they see a flat earth. Some people are looking at the Mandela effect and they're seeing, I forget one of the things, I think it had to do with baseball. And I didn't see that in baseball, but in their world, they could, they're dead down to it, And then there's, there's different facts that are involved that are different to different people. Some people don't see the same thing in the Mandela effect world. That's another thing that I was studying whenever I was trying to figure all this out and trying to figure out where I needed to be in my 2 years where I just started to wake up. The truth was fed to me, but I wasn't quite awake yet, and I was still trying to find out what was the truth within that time. Anyway. Yeah, no fear, just concern. You're absolutely right, because a lot of us empathetic and psychic people were feeling like the pain of what's to come. We're feeling that pain of what's to come. And I don't think that it's going to be beautiful at all. I think it's going to be horrifying myself. I don't really want to do it, but we got to, I think. But that horror can be within just in myself of what I'm discovering, because everybody has horror in their life, and so so all this, I think what they're trying to say within all this, Junebug, is that we're all experiencing our own things, so things are going to be different to everyone whenever this happens. It's not going to be just like a set answer. Like everybody's going to be experiencing different things, like we're all in our own freaking hell, and we're trying to get the hell out. And then there's going to be some of us who already know what's going on, and they're just trying to pick up people and help people along the way and make sure that everyone's okay. Because whatever everyone has to go through is their own. We can't save anyone except for right now. We're planting our seeds right now. We're creating, we're unifying, and hopefully that puts a shift in this evil, and it takes away some of that pain that we're feeling that's going to happen out of this. Like, I don't know if it's going to be demons or if it's going to be just something as simple as your privacy being taken away and the very essence of everyone being taken away because their picture is posted, their name is brought forth, they know everything about you and they're able to control you, just like with Julian Assange. That's the prime example of it right there, of what they're doing, what I think that they're going to do. I mean, think about that man, and think about the hell that he has to be feeling right now. He's by himself. No internet to connect with any unity. He's just got himself. And I know that you can do a lot of things yourself, but think about solitary confinement for one darn minute. And you tell me if he's going to make it out of this unscathed. That poor man is going to be so. I feel so bad for him. I've always felt bad for him. And that's the kind of feeling, the bad for him I'm feeling, and feeling what's going to happen. So that's why I'm weighing more towards the privacy getting taken away from us and the very essence of us being taken by this technology. Talking about lies. Oh, I jumped down again. Sorry. Well, you guys are just talking it up. End time prophecy is just fear promo. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they try to hype it up to scare us so that we stay within their little tongue there, so that we stay attached to it. Pronounced Dunnell. Dunnell. Okay, Dunnell. I think that's going to be your nickname, Dunnell. Did I say it right? Dunnell. Okay, don't overthink it. Oh, yeah, right. Max, you know better than that. You're going to be thinking about it. You know you are. What I just said. I think, I know where it was at. It was on Zach's Will channel. He usually does stuff about angels and the earth, and it was really weird to see that video in there. So I knew it was a special video, and yeah, it was from Lisa Haven, and I haven't watched Lisa Haven in quite a while. She was one of my truthers from 2 years ago. So yeah, check that out. It's it'll make you think, and it's good to think. I think that all this thinking and all this knowledge really wakes us up. Yes, I feel evil there. I got a bug. There. Coming towards me. Cobra versus G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe! The greatest American hero. G.I. Joe! Too bad they probably slaughtered that, didn't they, in their remake of G.I. Joe? I bet they did. They slaughtered every movie that meant anything to anybody. Get out of here, bug. Get out. Sorry. Try not to hurt this little bug that's walking near me, but I don't want him walking on me. Yeah. Hey, remote viewing. Hi, Michael. Max, do not fear. No, do not fear. Max never fears. No, you're talking to a higher level being there. Michael Donnelly, Donald, sorry. Okay, sounds good. I do meditate. Good. Nunya was worried people are living in fear of these things. Yeah, I do worry people do live in fear of what's to come, and I don't think that we should fear it, because if we don't fear it, then we know that we're good with ourselves. And if we're good with ourselves, then we know where we're going, so don't fear. Now, you should fear it if you're not where we're at, because if you don't practice this stuff, then you might not be able to transcend properly. I don't know what happens with that, but I have a feeling that it's not a good thing if you're not ready. Like, it's going to be harder for you to transcend once you pass and you shake off, from your body. So, like, if the time does come, and if the Bible and everything is true, or other people are for real, like their knowledge is of the know, and this is all true, that if you do have to make that choice, of you or of them, that you're right with yourself, because it could be very easily, they could very easily deceive you into thinking that you're going down that right path again, like with the Bible, and here you're praying to them again, you know, you're worshiping them again instead of yourself. Can I sub you, Max? Uh, Michael, you can sub anybody in here. That's what this channel is about. You take what you want and you go. So if you want Max's, you just click on his little icon there and you go to his channel and you subscribe to his, and then he'll subscribe to you if he likes your content, if it generates in his channel. But that's really where it's all at there. So if you want him to subscribe to you, go to his channel and he'll check you out. You know, that makes it easier for him to check you out too, because he's busy himself. He's got a lot of things going on, and it's always good to have those little notifications that's in the window for us, because we talk to so many people throughout the day, and we're all, doing this, with our thoughts, that it's kind of hard to remember to go back. So it's always good to hit him up, and you'll go into his notification, and then he'll see that, and then I'll remind him to subscribe, take a look at your content, and subscribe to you. Right, I get that. Get in, get out. Work, work, work. Michael says, got you, and yes, please, Michael. But yeah, if you see anybody else, that you feel that you might want to check out, just click their little icon there, and I'll bring you right over. It'll drop me down to like this little minimized screen, and then you go right up above that will be Max's channel, and then you hit subscribe on his channel or whoever's channel you brought up, and then you can come right back to, like, I'll still be talking in the background because it would have just shrunk into like this little bar. And then and I'm saying this because there are certain people, out there that are just coming into this that do not know how to use this technology, that don't know how to chat, that don't know how to, like and subscribe to people. They don't know how to do all this stuff. It's confusing to us. Yeah, and then you just go right back down there to that little bar after you get done and click on it, and now it'll pop me back up and it'll bring you back to this full screen. Then after you get me on the full screen, then right down here at the bottom, right there, there'll be like a little, like whenever you press on it and you hit it, there'll be like a little square, and you minimize that, and then now I'll bring it back to like a half of the screen and half of the menu for the video. And then you're going to go and hit that live chat button again to open the live chat back up so that you can talk to me or talk to whoever you're watching. This is for future reference for all, because it's kind of hard out there to go through all this, and I'll keep reminding everybody of this throughout my time here. And it just flipped down on me again, so I got to find out where I'm at. Max does a live show at 8 p.m. tonight if anybody's interested in remote viewing. I'm not ready for it, Max. Like I said, I'm gonna try to learn my stuff first. That way I'm not giving my energy, because I think I felt I felt like I was doing it wrong the last time. So I'm going to step back for a moment and try to find out where I'm supposed to be and find that level to settle myself. That way I can protect myself, because I think with that level I'm leaving myself open there between that gap, and I don't want to do anything that's going to harm me right now in this quest to find what I need to find, which I'm pretty darn close. I think I'm really darn close. I can't wait until I get there, at least to find any, what I need in order to achieve what I'm looking to get, right away anyway. I don't know about future, but my knows, so I'm all right. And Michael says he'll be there at the remote viewing of Max's at 8 p.m. and if yeah, New York time, Eastern time. So if you live in New York, that would be 8 p.m. If you live in Central, that would be 7 p.m. And if you live in the Eastern or the Western, am I getting that right? Gateway to the West, the Western, like California and Nevada and Las Vegas, Las Vegas and Colorado and all those places. It would be 6 o'clock your time p.m. tonight. And if you don't know what remote viewing is, it's where you sit and you meditate. You like to sit there with your eyes closed with a pencil in your hand and wait for the number and center yourself while he's picking out the number. And then whenever he picks the number, you just write down the number 3 times and then close your eyes back up and then center yourself back again. It's kind of like meditating, the same concept of meditating where you're just focusing on your breath and you're getting pictures of what you're seeing within your meditation, and you write those pictures down of what you're seeing, because whatever you're seeing is going to be inside that number, inside that picture that he has or that statement that he has or whatever it is. And he just wants to be able to tamper in with that and show people that that they do have power to sense of what's behind that door, so that they're not opening that door to a murderer that's going to stab you, you know. Like, you can sense those things, you know. That's the power within you, and Max shows that power within you. But I wouldn't recommend it until you know what you're doing with meditation. If you have not meditated, don't do it, is what I'm saying. Get your meditation in order first before you do anything, because you tend to not know what the heck you're doing. I just subscribed, Max. Michael says, haha, I love movie. I love movie Moonraker, he says. So many different theories out there. That's scary. Oh, I hope I didn't scare anybody. Constant thumbs on your back, Michael says. Max says, there are 2 things people have in common. They want to raise their vibrations, and they want a better world. Well, you know, within all this, I realize that's really all I need in life. I don't even need food. I don't need, yeah, I guess I do need food and water. I don't think I do. I'm even questioning that at this point. I mean, I'm scaring the death out of myself. I'm scaring the death out of my poor mother. Because, I mean, I feel like I don't even need to eat. I don't need to drink anything, but I like to drink my coffee. And I like water. I do like water. And I think the water really, I like it so much, and I'm drinking it because I am a water sign. So, and I'm trying to get my water sign because I don't have a pool around me. I can't swim, and I don't have any kind of water around me except for water in my garden. And that's done. Harvest time is done. You know, I'm out here harvesting today. I should be right now. We vibrate at what hurts. Max knows that one. I think he just said it earlier. I thought he did. I forgot what he said, though. Or maybe no, I think he was just talking about something like how many hertz there was out there in different, you know, like how many of them, how much hertz was out there. I think that's Mike Donald. Oh, you like to be called Mike, okay? Some people vibrate at low frequencies. Some people at higher frequency. It just depends on your mood. It affects it greatly. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, like where I think that's where the frequencies come from on TV. Like you have one frequency that is doing something, you know, that generates. But I think that the thing that they're looking at that affects someone who is deaf, like the frequency that affects people who are deaf, comes from that power. So that's a very deep thought of mine. I'm gonna find out because I am interested in metaphysics and all that. You know, like I said on like I showed you on that one video. Whenever I got that pamphlet leaf, but I couldn't afford the class, and man, they wanted $20 per class. Dude, man, I'm just sitting here, and I know it's for I know that there's donations, but $20 a class. I mean, even if it was donation, even if I would donate $10 a class, this sucks for people like me who have nothing to give anyone except for their time and their love. And, I do a lot to make up for the money I don't have, because I don't need money. I show people how I feel with my love and what I do, not, what I do, you know, not what I don't do. But, I guess I better get back to the chat here. Because I done lost track of what I was talking about again. 432, that's right, is very good for human DNA. Thank you, Max. I knew that you did, and I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if you were talking about that or that. There are a list of charts on the frequencies and their effects on the human body. Yeah. Just go around around the channel here, go into all my subscriptions, and you'll find lots of people out there doing lots of different things. And like I go to these different channels and I find out books, like the Hermetica. It's a good book to read too. It's kind of like what I'm reading now with the Ta Te Ching. And so yeah, I mean, you can find out books and things, because it's kind of hard to find, to go out there and to look at a review online. Can you really trust that review? Is it a bot? Oh, well, like, it does this for me and it does that for me and it's great, and it's kind of hard to decipher on what really works and what doesn't work. And what better way to find out what works and what doesn't work is people who actually use these books and use these techniques and use that product, and they know if it works or not. Is it worth downloading that app, of the frequencies? Have they used it? Is it worth it? Am I going to, feed in too much of data on my phone and slow it up for nonsense? Am I going to be spied on for this nonsense? Or is it going to work for me? Because then maybe the spying will be okay. Maybe I'll be okay with the spying, if the information's good with it. But yeah, just wander about. There's lots of people on here doing lots of different things. And I'm getting more every day. People like you who start and they find their niche and they start doing something, and I'll post it, and then somebody else will see yours and they'll start doing it. And it's like this great big world of creativity and unity together that we're doing. And I think that that's where we need to be at, not on chat. Yeah, it's good to get a vent and go over to Discord. And yeah, it's a good way to keep everyone together in this unity, because this isn't going to work because we're not always on here, but we can go over to Discord whenever we want and use Aluna's download for the Discord app and go over there and have that frequency of knowing, on if something is going on, if they seen something, if they felt something, if something has shifted, should we be on guard? When is it? Because we'll know whenever it happens within ourselves, and then we're going to all start chatting about it. Does anybody else feel that shit? Does anybody else do that? And, I think that that's what that's good for. That is really good for that, But this is really good for what we're trying to do, and that's create. So please feel free to create your own, show us your own, and keep going from there, because I think that that's going to do what we're trying to do. I think that Jeff and Wayne is dead on about that. And keep learning, within your creativity, like I am. I'm going to start narrating this book. It's within what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to learn, what I'm trying to accomplish. And there's other people that can get used to knowing this book. I saw a video, they apparently simulated these new galactic energies coming in, and some people become really happy and others become really angry and left the room. I seen something like that on regular TV, actually. Where in the hell did I see that? I can't remember. But throughout my excursion and all this, I seen something like that. Like they were poking fun again in like a show, a TV show, or a video or a movie or something. I don't watch movies, so it had to have been a TV show. But I seen them poking at that little fact that they're doing there to us. It was Richie from Boston. That's what it was, with the 5G network. And it was something on his, like he had somebody else talking about it on his channel. And I think he pointed something out about it. And it could very well be that video. I just can't remember. Like I said, it all fades. It's like looking at an old movie that you've seen like whenever you was a kid. That's what all those memories are like to me now. It takes me, God, so hard. I had to think so hard to just a year ago and what I did a year ago, because it seems like a lifetime. I am a conspiracy factor. Yeah, I know you were on Lake Project. You would have been there unless you was. I always get everyone back, says Max. Yes, you don't go anywhere. You don't do anything. It's not really like you just leave your body or anything. But you can get yourself into trouble by giving somebody your power because you're opening yourself up to you don't know who. And until like with me, until I get like my crystals and I get centered and, I get things for myself, like my positive mental attitude of, settling there and getting to that, I just think that if you put your energy out there that you're going to get you're going to get smacked. I'm sorry, but you are. If you're not meditating, you're going to get smacked. So please meditate, whoever you are. Okay. I don't believe you are receiving my comments. Let me see, Junebug. Nope, I haven't received any in a while now. If you're, Junebug, if you're typing out a long comment, sometimes it'll eat it up, like the bot will eat it up. And if you say like a comment that's within what I'm learning is, and Max, correct me if I'm wrong because I hardly know any of this. There's these bots inside the chat room here or something that if you say the wrong thing, it will delete your message. Or if the message is too long, in all caps, too long, like there's too long in low caps and then there's too long in big caps. And there's such thing as too many emojis. And if you do too many of those, sometimes the bot will distract your comment. It'll erase it because it can't fit into its little head, I guess. I don't know how that works, but that's the best way I can describe it because I like to picture things, and I picture my comment because I commented on somebody's video yesterday where I put 3 emojis, 3 poop emojis. It was a butterfly one. It was butterfly girl. I put 3 poop emojis and I love butterflies. And it deleted, and I had it in all caps, and it deleted it. I guess it was because I filled it up with too much crap. And that's the truth. I did. I filled it up with too much crap. And so it rejected it. Let me see, where am I at? 2.4 hertz is Abraham's healing, Max says. And then he also suggests charts and frequencies that affect the human body, checking that out. G.I. Joe cartoons exposed the New World Order. I think that the New World Order is basically throwing it in your face, Chris. They're making fun of us when they do that. That's them making fun of us, like on Simpsons, and you know, you look on anywhere, they're making fun of us. Anywhere you go, they're making these commercial. Anywhere, just look deep down within that, and you'll see that they're making fun of us. They're pointing it out, and they're making fun of us blatantly. Yeah, I did, so I can catch his live chat. You bet. I don't have a lot on my channel, but you will. I didn't have nothing on mine. Nothing. I never done this before. I never got on live. And let me tell you, the people around me don't like, some people around me don't like the fact that I'm doing this. But that's okay. I saw a video. They apparently simulated these. Oh yeah, we already read that. Friend me, like me, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, share. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Chris Mean says. Well, you know, Chris, you don't. I don't want to offend you, but you don't need to beg. Just do your thing. It'll come. Like, I don't worry about thumbs up. I don't worry about subscribing. I just do my thing, and hopefully someone gets what they can out of it. You know, I'm here to help and try to help. I'm not doing this for any kind of money or anything. I mean, I don't want anything out of it. I gave the channel to the community. You know, I'm doing what I can to help it, to make it grow. But, you know, and people come because they see that, you know, that I'm trying to help and that I'm doing my own thing. And they'll come when, you know, if I'm doing a good job with narrating my stories, they'll come. I'm really nervous about doing that because, first of all, I don't have any technology to do it on. I do things so hokey, you know, and I think I'm going to keep it that way for my channel because I want to show people the raw. Like, if you don't have nothing, if you just have a phone and you want to get your information out there, you can do it. You don't need no computer. You don't need this. You don't need that. Yeah, I'm still going to use computers, but I do want to do some things. And I think I'm going to do my book reading like that, because I think that, you know, it keeps it real. Like, if I read stale, you know, off a computer to someone, and they're not going to get my vibe, my calmness out of the read, what I'm trying to give out of it, you know, my tone and what I'm putting there. You know what I mean? Like, in narrating, you have to create the story within yourself, being a narrator. From my experience of listening to narrators, you really have to have the experience yourself to tell the story. So you come out in that, like your niche comes out in that. So just keep doing stuff to create whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you'll get video after video after video, because you'll find that you'll have, and like I tell everybody, keep paper, keep like 4 pencils, because the minute you start creating, you won't be able to stop, man. The minute you start thinking, those thoughts will just keep coming, and you'll have to write it down, and you won't even have your paper around you, and you're going to be on your phone, record it, you know. If you don't have anything, you're going to be going, okay, don't forget. You'll get to your car and you forgot. Like, at the center, met some really lovely ladies there. Wanted them on my channel. I didn't have my pad on me, and I'm walking back to the pad of paper where my pad of paper's at and my pencils, and I'll be damned if I didn't get there, and boop, out it went, and I'm sitting there and I'm trying to think, and they drive off, and I'm like, and they're gone. It happens that quick. metaphysics people on my show. So, and I could have had that, but I didn't have my pen and paper. So always have your pen and paper, because once you start creating, you're never going to be able to stop. And you're going to have all these thoughts as well while you're trying to do it, and that's going to distract you even more. So, someone says, I did, Chris, Michael says. Close out and restart the video, June. Yes. Thank you, Max. June, go ahead. Did you do that? Let me go scroll down here, because you guys are just chatting away. I know you're not in fear, June. I know that you're not, and I know that a lot of people are. That's why I'm saying it, is not to be fearful of it. You know, here whenever I say you or I, and it's in like a group context, I mean everyone. Okay, party people, Warrior Princess is up. So I'm gonna get off here. Why don't you go see what she has for the day? And I'm just gonna sit here and read your comments. Because Max, I know you like Warrior Princess, so I will see you later. She's coming up live. I just seen her thing on there. And Michael, Chris, you may want to go over there and check her out. She does a really good reading for the day and tries to help us all out with the daily reading. And you'll get to know and get familiar with all the terms used, like within the cards, and it'll help you along the way. Because even though you don't like cards, because you're going to have to dabble in cards at some time, no matter what. I mean, you're going to have to dabble in all this stuff. So what better way while you're creating and trying to learn all this stuff than to watch the stuff while it's being played, while, you know, these people are doing it. Because then you get used to the terms of the names, and then you can ask questions, you know, there as well, like, what does that mean? Can you repeat that, you know, like if you didn't hear? Or, and two, you get to know the meanings of these cards as well. You know, it gets, you know, because even though you're not studying it, it still gets inputted in your knowledge. So whenever you start to learn it, it'll come easier to you because you already heard it and it's in there, you know, and you're studying it already. So it's a good way to study these things without studying them. It's just to watch people. So I'm just going to go back through these comments and read them here. If you guys want to leave and go to Warrior Princess, that's fine with me. I won't be upset. Like I said, I'm not in it for the ratings or the views or anything else. I just want you to get the things that you need, because this is hard enough to do this by ourselves. If we can get help, then this is a good spot for it. Thank you, Max. I appreciate the verification of that. Max says that's a very good description of it. I eat 1 meal a day and fast for 18 hours a day, Max says. And I think he was speaking of the fact that I feel like I don't even need to eat anything. I think that was around that moment. That's how far behind I am. Because I keep rambling. I'm into 2 hours of this video here. I enjoy your live chat. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, come back anytime I'm up. I'll talk to you about anything that you want to talk about. Well, within reason. And I'll do anything that you want within reason. I finished the internet, so I just do chat now. Really? You finished all the videos on YouTube? Well, there's still stuff coming out, like on Lake Project last night with Josh coming in with his take on what everything's going to be. I liked his take a lot. Oh my gosh. That was like, what he was saying was like dead on to what I was feeling and imagining and seeing. It just like resonated so much. And the pictures, his artwork of all these symbols, just, it's like looking at a fine piece of art. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It just, there's something that vibrated in me whenever he put that first picture up there. I'm just like, whoa. And Junebug, well, we're talking about Leaks Project as a conspiracy theory site, and it is wacky. You know, uh, there's a lot of things that make sense about the sci-fi world that we're all feeling, like the fact of the aliens. We think that they're demons, and a lot of us think that they're demons. Some people think that they are aliens and that they're Yahweh, what they call Yahweh, and they're the three gods that kidnapped us and put us here. Some people think other things, and that Lakes Project is like a big video complex of all these theories that we got going on, and the finer ones are at the end here, what we're doing right now. Excuse me, I gotta let out the puppy. There you go. Come on, Sugar. He had to go pee. So yeah, that's what we're talking about is Lake Project. That's where Chris and Michael is from. They were watching that last night. We were all watching. I can't really describe it. I'll describe it later to you. If for all you other folks, just go and watch Leaks Project last night's video, and that'll be in the scrub of the day as well. If I can ever get to it, I've been on here for 2 hours now. Hopefully, I can get to that. If not, I'll just do a 2-day tomorrow. And I think I am gonna just wind up doing a 2-day tomorrow. Today has just been so hard. Oh, that's all right, Junebug. I'm here. I see that you lost me for about 5 minutes. We'll figure that out. We'll figure out what's going on with that. Next time we're together and I do a live stream, I'll just have you sit in the background. And if I have to leave the live, then I'll leave the live to go help you out. That way I can see what's going on. Because I would have to see it because I'm not that tech savvy myself. Yeah, I think you're right about... Yeah, I think you're right. I love Richie. Well, I like Richie too. I just hope that he's heading in the right direction there, because he's all about that God business, you know, and I don't like God business. But I'm getting over that. Good out of disaster, right? And Junebug says that I will try again. The reason people are searching for new theories and answers are in fear. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It does take fear. You have to see the ugliness in order to get here. Like me, it took me 2.5 years of seeing the ugliness to finally get here. You know I'm hard-headed, Junebug. And Max agrees with June. And Junebug, I'm trying to tell you I'm not in fear, but a lot of people are. She's standing up for her not being in fear. Finally, I got it, and out. Finally, I got it. Out, boy, does that feel good. Okay. Finally, I got it. I got it out. Boy, does that feel good. Wonder what she has. Unless I jump down again in this chat. I sure did. I think I did. No, I didn't. I'm gonna have to ask her later what she got out. Oh, you got out of the trap. I get you. Good. I'm glad. I'm on my phone, Mike says. I was interested, to say the least. Rex puts on a good show. Yeah, he puts on a good silly show, all right. Yeah, because he has all the different realities that people are experiencing. So, like, some people are experiencing other different things, and other people think different things, and so he explores all that kind of stuff. Rex does on Linked Project. Just so you know where they're coming from, Junebug. It's kind of hard to know on chat where people are coming from, especially in a community that is familiar with one another, like me and Max. We'll be talking, and you know it's like I'll say something, I'll have to remind myself that you all are new, and keep explaining things in simple terms, because you guys may not get it, get what I'm trying to say, or I may miss a piece, of it. And Mike says, well, I'm old like him. Or, wait a minute, I missed one. Oh, no, Mike says, well, I am old like him. No, I don't think he's old. I think he's very young at heart, man. He's like me. That's why I like him, is because he's like me. He's real weird. Freaky weird. And he's like really childish. Like he grabs a hold of his childhood, and he's terrified of letting go of that, Like me, I just like being the kid. Yeah, I'm terrified to let that go because I like it so much. I like the fact that I get along so well with children. I like the fact that I can explain things so easily to other people. I like the fact that I am just so goofy sometimes. I like all that. It's great to be that. And I wouldn't be any other way. So yeah, he takes a little bit of the goofiness out of all of us, what we're all experiencing and what we're all dealing with, and all the facts, and like artifacts and books and everything, and putting it all together. There's Max. Wait a minute. There's Rex. There's Wayne. There's Jeff. There's Jay. And yeah, we all seem like a bunch of nuts. We all really do seem like a bunch of nuts. You look at our videos and it's like, these people really think that? Oh my God, turn that crap off. Yeah, we really believe that. And I even told someone who disagrees, yeah, I really do believe that. Yes, I do. Why not? Why not put your mind on the other side here? Because it's not just rainbows and lollipops. The reality is not just here. There's another reality of things that I haven't even seen yet, and that people are getting a taste of, getting information of. Why couldn't there be that? We are energy, right? We have electrons and neurons, and they run and they course through us. Why couldn't it be? And electricity, if you generate a spark, wouldn't that spark light up? Just like within your mind, doesn't the spark light up and the energy floats? It lights up, it turns on in you, and that's what all this is. You turn it on, and it cranks this movie for you of what you're perceiving, what you're seeing. Because after all, we do process it through the eyes and through the brain and through the pineal gland, and through all of our blood. And that wouldn't that, it's just thought. You got to think like this. Without the thought and discovery of the truth, then you're not going to be able to transition. So that's the reason why I'm bringing the Da Chi book here, is so I can read that, and you can get higher up and higher up, you know. And two, it's my creation, you know. I think I have a very good voice for narrating, and I'm going to try it. You know, I'm going to read this one book. If it goes well, then I'll read more books this way. But I think it'll make me make a commitment. You know, just like with the meditation, it'll make me make that commitment to do it. And I that's what I want. I want to do it. You know, it's so hard to do it. It's so easy not to do it. It's so easy to be cheesy. All right, Mike, you have a good day at work, and all's well to you in your life. And thank you very much for the power of 3 from whoever was here earlier, giving me that power. I think that Junebug was. I'm almost positive she was. For that, I think I felt her. Even if she wasn't here, she was here because she heard my call. I know she did. And so, yeah, we got the power of 3 to transcend this negativity around me. So that will spread onto you, Mike. And there you go. Day's gone good for you. I mean, I tried and got disconnected and interrupted so many times. It felt so good to finally achieve my goal and getting my comment to your... By the way, thanks, Max. Yeah, that happens. It's going to happen. That's why I wanted to stay on here longer. It's because I felt that could be happening. My video could be jostled. I already set it down to 720 hertz HP. I did that yesterday to set that down so that I can do these videos without any kind of lag or anything, and see how that 720 goes instead of the 1080. I figured out that. So plus for me, figured out a tech that I didn't have no idea about. But what was we talking about? Yeah, like this morning was full of that. This morning was full of it. Like, to get the kids off, I went to sleep at about 3 o'clock because I was reading that darn Da Chi book, you know. Da Chi. I was reading that, and yeah, got really tired from reading and at 3 o'clock, and I thought, well, I'll take an hour's nap, get up at 4:30. Set my alarm, set the kids' alarm, both phones, all 3 phones had alarms set to them. So set it in the kids' room so that they're woke up by their own alarms. Set the alarm in my own area where I'm sleeping at. And what do you know? Not one of those 3 alarms went off. Not one. Thank goodness I had my inner timer telling me that the kids have to be at school at 7. They have to be at school at 7. Yeah, thank goodness for that. But yeah, my alarm didn't go off. Kids' alarm didn't go off. That's 3 phones that didn't go off, the alarms. So many things this morning. I can't even tell you. Even to get this live stream up was difficult. Trying to find directions to make sure I'm driving the right way, using the map. Yeah, I know it always does it, but this was really bad. This has been really bad these past 2 days. They put my butt in UK yesterday. How do you go from US to UK and you go into settings and it's set for the United States? You're set in the United States. How does that happen? Go figure. And then I'm trying to look on there, and it's taking me around in circles, going around. It's not even taking me to the place. I'm just finding my way to the place, so I can't even depend on the damn GPS on there. You know, I just kind of go off feel. I'm looking at the map going, okay, now if I go down this street, no, wrong way. I need to turn left. I'm going the wrong way. You know, kind of thing. Because the GPS wants to take me straight and take me back around in a circle again and turn around at the next street and go back the way I came and come back around and come back this way again. That's what it wants. That's what it was wanting to do this morning. So I had to literally find my way around this morning by looking at a map, and I didn't even know which way I was because I'm trying to hurry up and get there. You know, I'm trying to at every stop sign. I'm going, okay, where am I at? Okay, okay, where am I at? So yeah, I wonder if everybody's experiencing this today really badly. And I know that it's been happening to everyone, but this today seems really bad with me right now. And it seems like it's being really bad with June as well. I don't know about you, Max, on what your take is on it. You haven't texted in a while. You might be going poo. Are you going poo poo, Max? Oh, he got embarrassed. He left. He said, I'm not on here. You can't see me. I'm just kidding with you. I don't see him going poop. I was so joking. So, Junebug, I am going to get off. I know that was Max who left because you wouldn't say bye without leaving. You wouldn't leave without saying bye if I can get that right. Unless you fell off and Max is still here and I got that all wrong. And you went poop. I'm just kidding. Is there anything else that anybody wants to talk about before I hang up here and start my, well, first I'm going to relax and get my cup of coffee and kind of chill out and collect myself for a moment. And then I'm going to do the scrubs of the day if I can. If I can't, then I'll just do them tomorrow. But anybody have anything to say before I click off? And June, I can always talk to you on the side. So if that happens again to where I go, have fun and be safe and everything you do, and click off and you come off, I'll keep holding it. Because that seemed to keep happening every time you came on. I thought it was funny. Because I knew it was coming. I even hesitated with pushing the button. I'm like, wait a second. Wait a second. Is she going? No, I guess not. And then all of a sudden I did it. And I hit OK. And there it goes, right whenever I hit OK. Yeah, it's trying to keep you from communicating with me. Because it knows I'm good for you right now. Because you're in a unsettled place, Junebug. You're letting everything get to you way too much. And you just need to sit and collect on everything and watch the way you respond to things. And, well, you've seen it with me that one day that I was trying to get to the center in Amy, that whole deal. Yeah, you've seen it yourself on my mistake. And I'm trying to let you know that that's your mistake as well. But, and I know it's really hard, You have a right to BI and you have a right to complain. But at the same time, with that, do you want to live in the good or live in the dark? That's the question. That's what we're all trying to do here, is to get in that light and to try and live by it rather than to just live life, to try to live it. Because if you don't live it, then you're not going to be able to transcend higher and higher and higher to different levels of this plane that we're on. To be able to, like, you probably already experienced it once whenever you were younger, where you transcended, and you may have even got there to where you landed yourself, but you didn't keep up with it throughout the years. And whenever you don't keep up with it and you don't keep doing it, then you get out of habit, and then you kind of like you have to start over, kind of like this meditation technique. If you miss a day, you have to start over. If you miss a certain time, you have to start completely over, like the whole week completely over. Just do it all over and start the whole week again. That's the training process involved in this book called Just Sit. And that's why I like it, is because it sets you in there and it makes you do it. And if you don't do it, well, you're going to have to start over again. So you better do it. Plus, too, it teaches you a lot about yourself. Um, and in like this morning, whenever all those things happened to me, I didn't react the way I did that day at the center, because I learned from that experience. I got a call that should have been muted, and I did. I even had calls coming in just a while ago, and texts both from work. It was all muted. I don't know how that came out, but that was supposed to be, I guess, because this person really wants to get a hold of me, so I better get off here. And you all have a great day, and everything that you do. And there she is. Oh, no. I thought she came.